Hello everyone. This is something of a supplement German lesson, I suppose. It goes over formal and informal address. That's what we're going to discuss today. And we're going to get right into it, because there's really nothing I can say for an introduction, except that in German and in many languages, except English and quite ironically, a lot of Asian languages. Chinese. I know the Chinese really doesn't have a formal, informal address. But in English, you cannot really compare it. But in German and a lot of other Western languages, there are two distinguishing factors between formality and informality. Or simply put, what is respectful and what is not so respectful, what you can say amongst your friends and intimate acquaintances, and what you can say among people who you really have no idea about, and older people that you may not know, or just older people in general, like your parents or your grandfather or grandparents. Let's cut to the chase. Now, in a prior lesson, I did say, I have emphasized the fact that there are two forms of you for this purpose. Z is capitalized, and Z means you in the sense that it is a respectful you. Z. And du is the you that you would use when addressing your friends, or a child, or a younger, obviously a younger person than you, or your loved one, or you get the picture. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Okay. So, we're gonna go over this, because with the changing of the two U's comes new verbal conjugations. So, we'll take the word go and the verb to see. And if you were talking to a person that you do not know, you would say, gehen Sie hier. Gehen Sie hier. And that is longer, obviously, because you're trying to prolong it, I guess. But it's like, go here. Gehen Sie hier. But if you're talking to a person that you do know, or a younger person than you, you would say, geh hier. Geh here. Go here. Gay. And the imperative is obviously different, because in German you actually use the word Sie when you do not know the person, or the person is older than you. So say, gay versus gehen Sie. The latter is more formal and thus more respectful. And obviously you really have to be careful when you're using these two tenses, because if you do use the Z form too long, you may seem to the other person very standoffish and unwilling to commit yourself to further discourse. But if you use the do form straight away or too soon, you'll seem to the person very impolite and uncaring and etc. Obviously, the rules on YouTube do not apply very well. I have seen countless times, all the time, where when I'm speaking German to my friends, they only ever use the du form. I learned to drop the ihnen and the sie and sich and just use du, dich, and yeah. But enough of that. So, gehst. Gehst is the form for du. Du gehst. Du gehst. And Sie gehen. Sie gehen. Du gehst. Sie gehen. And now, for the word sehen, to see, it is du siehst. The verb changes completely. Siehst. And Sie sehen. Du siehst. Sie sehen. Du siehst mich. you see me. Sie sehen mich. And now, words of formal address. The word for sir is Herr, and it was, I believe it, in like older German, it was, it meant like Lord. It still means Lord, but now we don't really call our people, you don't call them Lord, you call them Sir. And in English, ironic, Sir came from the word sire. You just dropped off the E and it became Sir. So it kind of does make sense if you look at it in the way, because in German, Herr meant Lord, and it still means Lord, but you don't say, hey Lord, what's your fucking name? You say, Sir, Mr. Miss, like a madam, is Frau, and Frau is also the word for woman, lady. Nothing to say much on that, I don't think. And another form of address that is, I've not heard that used so much, is Fräulein. Fräulein. And line right there is a diminutive term. Line is young woman. Fräulein. And it is changed, the A is changed to an A umlaut. And then you add the diminutive term line after that, which makes it young woman, Fräulein, Mrs., Mademoiselle. I guess you could use this, but I've not seen it used. It's older, it's not used, and I would not advise, I don't know. You could use it, you could not use it. It's all up to you in the case, where or not you use it. I don't care. I'm just here to teach you the words, not recommend you to use, like, words even that I would never use. I don't use them. That word, Fräulein. Now, where these words are to be used, you could say, Herr Präsident, Mr. President, Herr Doktor, Herr Professor, Frau Professorin. At professions, you can feminize a word by adding the letters IN to it. So, Doktor, Doktorin, Professor, Professorin, Student, Studentin, Schüler, Schülerin, and etc. Some words work this way, some words do not. It all depends on the context. You'll learn that. I'll go over this more so. I dare say. I'll have to. If you have any questions, you can email me. Or drop a comment onto this video. But like, aside from this is just formality and informality. But when you get to know someone, you can ask the question, or you can say, Bitte, du kannst du sagen, or du kannst dich sagen. If you know the person enough, or if they know you, they might say that. Du kannst du oder dich sagen. And there you automatically know that you can say du or dich, and you can therefore be more casual and informal with the person to whom you are speaking. And with this in mind, this concludes the lesson for today. Tschüss.